You know, for those of us that grew up listening to a local radio station, we know how exciting it was when you actually got to call and sometimes talk to the DJ, and sometimes they would put you on the air. You could actually make a request back in the day. Now, a lot of that is gone because of automation and technology these days. But there's a station in coastal North Carolina in Hatteras that it's the likes of which we will never see again, the way they run this station, a community, a true community radio station. Welcome to Radio Hatteras. Susan, I'm such an old soul, and especially when it comes to retro TV and radio, I love this story. This is like a jewel find for our coastal segment. Describe what Radio Hatteras is and how it works.
You have an island community here on the coast of North Carolina that needs to know when there are power outages or tidal overwashes or a wreck in the middle of Highway 12, which connects some 21 communities along the Outer Banks. So there was a real need for a station that could tell this kind of critical minutia, if you will.
And it's interesting because, I mean, this is total volunteer, no commercials, no anything, right? Like you don't hear about this ever.
No, because you'd have to be in the area in order to listen to it. But it is completely staffed, the graphics, the engineering, all the sound is completely staffed by volunteers.
You told me that it's really minutia. Like they may even say something like, hey, you know, there's a small bump up by Fred's house. You got to avoid that road.
Totally. Because if you're trying to get down to Rodant to surf and you can't get through because, you know, a pipe has broken and there's a gas line leak, then you want to go to another beach to surf. So they need that kind of thing. Plus the really important announcements like small craft warnings or hurricane watches, storm watches, because so much of the island depends on what they call their watermen and women, fishermen, sailors, you know, that tourists who need to get to the bike shop. So if they can't get there, they need to know that Highway 12 is closed for 20 minutes.